Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome back to Talk Less Interior and Exterior Designs. Today we are going to be discussing about POP ceiling. So, on this POP ceiling, what we are actually going to be discussing about it is the signs, like what you are going to see that this POP is very poor. So that is when we have a wrong install POP. So these are the signs that you are going to see there. So I will list out those signs. But before I list them, all these signs can be categorized into three ways. So the first one is using if they use a low quality material. So there are some signs that you will see that the POP will bring out. So due to the low quality material. Then second thing is unskilled labor. If the people that install the POP they are unprofessional, so they will do a bad work. So you have to call professional POP installer to help you do your work. And the last thing is poor supervision. So if there is no adequate supervision, so there will not be a good attention to details. So there will not be monitoring in every aspect of the work to see that this place need adjustment, this place need a better finishing. So these three things that I mentioned is where all these problem will fall in. So let me start with those signs. You see that on POP, you know that this POP is poor, is not correct. Number one is visible cracks. So when you have a visible cracks on your ceiling, it might be a hairline, visible crack or a wider cracks. So if you see this, it is a sign of poor POP. So it can come by poor machine ratio or lack of reinforcement. Then another thing is uneven surface, whereby the surface is not equal. Like we see contour, if you look at it from the angle, so we see that the surface is not what is. So among the signs that you will see on POP that you will know that this POP is poorly installed is sagging or dropping section. We see that instead of the everything to be balanced, so it will not balance. So we see some places that will be sagging. So and this can actually caused by uh using poor material or over mixing with water. Then another thing is peeling or dusting. So we see that the POP might be peeling or dusting. So this is another sign of poor POP installation. Then visible joint. When you install a POP, so you don't have to be see the joint that each panels meet. So if you are saying this, so this is a sign of poor POP. Then another thing is stain or discoloration. So you will notice there are some POP after the installation, you will see different stains. So instead of everything to white and have a similar color, so it have some discoloration or stains on it. So another thing to check is hollow sound when tapped. So when you tap a POP ceiling, so it has to give a sound like something is filled up inside that thing. But when the sound is hollow, that is empty, so it's a sign of poor POP, and it actually can cause by maybe if the panel the cast is too light and some other problem like that. Then another thing is poor edge finishing. So if the all the edges, so if the finishing is poor, so it's a sign of poor POP. So all the edges have to be rhymed. If it is a straight edge, so dress it, make the finishing look correctly. And if it is some round edge, so dress it very well, so let it be okay. And another thing is fastening. So fastening or nail visibility. So this actually can happen whereby you the nail or screw you use while casting, while doing the framework, so it's showing after the work. So that is a sign of you having a poor finishing. So you have to like give attention to every details of work you are doing and perfect everything. So before you leave the work. So and lastly is mud or damp area. So this actually can actually cause maybe if there is a moisture issue, maybe from the roof or from the decking, or I don't know, anything above the POP. So if there is a leakage, so this actually can cause a mud or a damp on the POP ceiling. So these are the major signs that if you see on your POP, so the POP is not perfectly installed. So whenever you want to have your POP installed, make sure you give it to professional that will actually manage your capital for you, that you don't have to waste money like one or two times. There are some people is how they will do a single POP work, so they will do it two, three times. So before it can actually be perfect. So you don't have to do that. Spend the money you want to spend once and spend it wisely. So by using a professional POP installer. So this is all I get now for the poor. If you see all these signs, that means your POP needs corrections or needs to be removed and replaced with another one. So thank you for watching. This is Talkless Interior and Exterior Designs. Don't forget, we are always available for your interior and exterior work.